Hey there, beloved. Welcome on in. Today is Luxe Workshop, everybody. Every Saturday, I bring you all on the journey with me to building my very own oracle world. Eee! If you're new here, my name is Nu. Hello, dear. Today, we are opening the culture of stewardship. And our first practice is hold to delight, which begins to answer the workshop question: what happens after we recognize something as worth caring for? This applies in big scale and small scale. What happens once we realize we care for something? What happens when we notice care? What happens when care rises up and available within us? What happens after care is earned and complete? Okay, so let's begin now with our win of the day. Win of the day is a segment for just me and you, dearie. We use this space to get creative in how we celebrate ourselves, express gratitude when it fits, as well as spread positivity, dear. There's no win too big or small, okay? The more creative, the funner. Today, actually, here in New Love, we have been practicing embodying more balanced and natural pride and joy as our dreams become a part of our ordinary living and care. Okay? So, as we practice this pride and joy with the start of the Leo season's energies and all the content in this week, or check out that Leo season zodiac check in about full blown abundance. If you want in on some wins, that is the best place to go and start. All right. So we're practicing being kinder to self, and we're practicing betting on self in the most small, uncomplicated, ordinary moments, and even in moments where there's not full clarity. All right. I've been practicing just like y'all. I'm a part of the team. We're a squad, all right? And as I'm practicing more of betting on self and practicing kindness with self, in my experiences, I'm finding a boost in my sense of gratitude and a more positive boost to my perception around some of the ordinary experiences happening in real time, dear. And I've been able to experience some of this pride, this joy, this positivity boost, as well as gratitude with the forming of today's episode in a way that was almost suspiciously perfect, bro. So we'll get into it, dear. Stay tuned. Now, on to the observations on the practice of stewardship. I want to actually write today's bulletin together because our bulletins, along with our intro, wave, and welcome, and bell and win of the day, these are all part of the practice, dear. Not just the practice of new love, but the small practice of holding to delight. Hopefully y'all could see. I don't think you could, and I messed up. Theory. Not Siri. Deary. Uh-uh. Okay, Deary. Today's bulletin is about joining in because we don't have to earn access to joy, beloved. We don't have to fix our circumstances before feeling joy when we feel called in, all right? when we're invited in, when it's already available. So, what is delighting me? What delight am I holding on to here and now in the estate? My first lived example is here. And it really complements our bulletin message in such a sweet way today. Dear beloved, when we allow joy into our lives, regardless of the circumstances we're currently within, we see that recognition itself is an act of care. I love this example of what is literally live in the estate, bringing me joy right now. This card has been popping up in the reads for the last several weeks, and it's given me a lot to resonate with and reflect on, This card is participating in the daily work, and to just be here, recognizing the delight that has already been unfolding time and time again, that we've been invited into, creates more space of the delight, literally holding on in hand. Okay. My second example today of something that is bringing me real ordinary delight here in the estate is this here, dearie. Look, I don't want to be no full on like doing brand promo. That's not it. What this is an example of another ordinary piece of care that counts for me. I love this vanilla cashmere scent. You probably recognize the label. Tap in with it. I stop and have a sniff of something almost lavendery, refreshing, relaxing. And the act of applying the lotion on my hands is something I have to do all the time for care, especially in my work. But the practice of stopping to care for self and actually apply movement and practice. All right. This is another perfect form of what's delighting me now and how I'm literally having it in hand, which I think is so funny. I keep saying in hand because I want to emphasize that every delight is not tangible. Every delight is not a literal item that we can pick up. And every delight is not already a part of what delights us. It may not already be in ordinary participation, use, practice, or recognition. But what I'll show you with my third delight of this week is that some things emerge through faithful use, through ordinary experience, sometimes through the extraordinary, but we're all about that living the ordinary living. My third example, dearie, happened today, and it's directly related to why today's episode about hold to delight is a faithful practice. It's because it's the Luxe Workshop is my only content here on YouTube that is not based in readings, right? Card readings. So I don't get to make my thumbnails for my readings until after the reading is over and I have the emotional promise and the honest truth about what occurred there. Luxe Workshop's a little different. I get to make my thumbnails usually ahead of time because we do sort of a kind of a lesson plan and a preparation beforehand that already organizes the content. This content is planned out, right? So today I'm working on my thumbnail. This is a zoom in on our card today. I wanted a fountain to represent the Ace of Cups. The Ace of Cups traditionally in tarot is a chalice or a cup overflowing with liquid water, purity, love, understanding, fulfillment. All right. So, all of my cards, if you may notice here on the channel, feature real life estate living. We're entering the estate through the cards. All right. So, I wanted to cultivate a fountain that belonged to the estate for the first time earlier. I thought it would be and needed to be a drinking fountain for me and you to use, us humans. Okay, depiction, generation after generation, okay, one after another, the damn fountain kept trying to do some dumb shit. Okay, the bluebird belonged, the dandelion belonged. We already I ordered the bluebird and the dandelion here. These elements are not symbols, they're ordinary belongings. These are evidences captured of living at the estate, dear. So once we realized that this freaking fountain belongs for the birds, it's like everything fit in. It just kept stopping me. And I held on to this delight, dear, to the point that I am so grateful that I had that live example to share with y'all and have you join in on some of this real delight for me, dear. So, overall, what we know about delight in the estate and delight in your ordinary living, our ordinary living, is that I don't need to go searching for more new made up inspiration. I started by noticing what I already practice. These delights tend to be very small, handheld, all right, lived in, and easily accessible, dear. All right. So, something about all of these items that cannot be denied is the way that, oh, sorry. Sorry for the noisy. Something about these items, my handhelds as well as my thumbnail and all of the intangible emotion and perception and experience recognition, joy, pride, and beyond involved are that these moments, these items, these practices, these belongings, these experiences in real time, they all make me stop. And when I hold that stop, when I allow myself to be stopped and be in that delight, literally or figuratively, I allow myself to participate in the delight, and that alone allows for something meaningful to happen. We have our lived in delights already around us, accessible, handy. We have our emerging delights that we experience and latch on to once we are ready and they're accessible. And then we just join in. We do this again, time in. Join in, dearie. And like many episodes here on the workshop, we're returning to the truthful reflection that what truly belongs here in the estate, dearie, usually participates in our ordinary living, all right? Some delights are familiar, some are discovered, some are in our hands, some we meet face to face in lifetime. All right, when delight appears, though, we can join in. So, what does hold mean as our last sort of reflection before our closing activity, which is a card pull? Holding means we're not hunting for delight, Bookie. We are noticing what's already available, what's already living, actively participating, belonging. We allow ourselves to participate in what's available already, offering joy and delight. In this holding of delight, this practice is the first movement of stewardship. All right. So we're going to bring our draft cards out. It's been a good minute. Eee! I shuffled and our bottom theme is next in line, which just feels so funny, period. We're going to use the cards for a itty bitty baby read, dearie. And we're going to ask, given what's actually in front of us, given what's literally already belonging and available, what's one small way we can practice holding on to delight now? How can we participate in the first step of stewardship, dear, in our ordinary natural living? So we're pulling to look for some small, meaningful things, all right? I have the very impromptu urge to really focus on the photo, the image as an inspiration, as an insight to literally the practice of noticing what's already available, okay? So let's pull like maybe 3 cards, beloved. Something we can actually practice holding on to delight using that's small and ordinary in our living already. Plugged in. The connection. It says this connection is alive, y'all. Oh my God, look at the next sentence. It says, notice what's real and ready. Let momentum propel you, dearie. There's so many small actions here that we can take from let momentum propel you. Like, take a step forward in what you're already doing. Whatever you did earlier, yesterday, continue today and tomorrow. Notice what's real and ready. The actual act of looking around is practicing delight. This connection is alive. Look for, anticipate, prepare for, believe in, trust in connection. Already plugged in, happening, active, and not just active with the plug, sparked in momentum, building to propel us forward into more. Prepare for seeing the things that we like and want more of. All right. Let's get something else. That was so damn good. I was not expecting that. Next in line, books, can't make it up. Help is reaching you. Let yourself be looked after and hope for good change. I didn't even look at the image on the last one because the script ate us up. This one is about help reaching us next. So look for the next offer of help. Notice it. Accept it, Get in that line. Apply. Ask. Put yourself out there in it. Get involved. With this card, look, some soup, some drink, some bread. Go get you a little snacky, boo. Do you? Maybe take some time to enjoy the fresh air, Change out the florals. Maybe it's time to redecorate for the season or just do some shopping around the house, Aw, all of this small, ordinary action are practices of movement in faith. Last card, dear. Concert. I love the variety here on ways we can join in at the house, in the work, in events, planned or not type. You feel me? Make memories. Let the moment carry you. We have momentum in the moment, dear. We have hope for good change multiple times. All right? Look for the good things. They're here. Make memories with them. All right? Share, right? But once again, letting the moment carry us, just being aware in the noticing. That is the practice. All right? That is how we hold to delight, dear. These are some excellent examples, but I would love for y'all. I also wrote down some other ones. Listen to a song. Build something. Lay down. Make that call. Taste something new. And I put down that notice once again, dear. Share. And what we learned today, look for good. Dear beloved, Today's purpose is to notice what's good, to stay with it, and to allow what's good to participate in what we're already doing. All right, dearie. So, whatever the cards gave us today, whatever landed with you, it's not homework. We don't disguise delight as more homework. We keep it simple to move forward faithfully, quietly, with joy. All right. We keep it small enough to actually live. All right. Small scale and big. Notice what's good, beloved. Stay with it. Allow it to participate. Dear beloved, let me know down in the comments what's delighting you right now. Let me know, big or small, what your small wins is and what you're noticing, what good you want, what you're hoping for. I love you, hun. If you like the series, tap in my description box for a link to the full Luxe Workshop playlist and order books. Love you. Bye.